Hello and welcome to my channel about spiritual self-growth. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video. Hey everybody, this is Cyrus, and today we're going to talk about one of the most important subjects, which is how to be comfortable in your own skin. The reason that this is so important is because if you're not comfortable with who you are, it's going to be really difficult to succeed on a career level. It's going to be difficult to succeed at dating. Your relationships are going to suffer, and you'll also be racked by anxiety and stress all the time, which can lead to health problems, even very debilitating diseases. All of that kind of is this daisy chain effect where if you don't fix one part of your life, it can lead to all of these other problems. Not being comfortable with yourself is basically when you are not synchronized between your thoughts and your actions and your words, for example. So you think one way about yourself, maybe you have an idealized self-image or something that you think that you need to come across as. For example, you compare yourself to other people, but then what you say and what you do, you feel like it doesn't match what you want. Because it doesn't match what you want, you become stressed, unhappy, and full of anxiety, self-esteem issues, self-consciousness. So where does this come from? In short, the answer is social programming. So when you are born and you go through school, you get a lot of ideas about the way you should be, what society tells you that you need to do, how you need to act, and all of these things. And I think everyone who's a teenager experiences this at some point. And usually we get over this when we get a little bit older. I was definitely like this when I was in my teens, early 20s, even my mid-20s a bit. And then it kind of snapped and I didn't feel this way anymore. And what it feels like to be comfortable in your own skin is that you don't second guess yourself. You actually just speak freely and you're open and you're not inhibited, which is an amazing effect. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that you can do to immediately begin feeling more comfortable in your own skin. Number 1 is to practice something that I call grounding. And so when you're grounded, that means that your actions and your thoughts are synchronized. They are congruent with your thoughts in your head. So the actions you're doing, it's the same things that you're thinking, and you're in a flow state. So what this means is that you're not second guessing yourself. You're not worried, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? I mean, it's good to think this way a little bit so that you don't make a fool of yourself at a business meeting or something like this. But at the same time, if you're continually doing that, that shows that you're not comfortable with yourself and you have this kind of bad self-consciousness. Now, some people take this too far. They go crazy and they act, kind of like inconsiderate, and they say anything they want and they don't have a filter. And that's not what I mean. What I mean is you want to actually feel comfortable in your body when you're talking, when you're around other people, and you can calibrate this based literally on how comfortable your body feels. What this means is that the more relaxed you feel in different situations, the more grounded you are. So if you're, for example, around a bunch of peers, maybe you're at school, and if you're a younger person watching this, and you feel anxiety or self-consciousness around people, if you can practice turning that into feeling a kind of bodily comfort, you feel relaxed and you don't worry about what things are coming out of your mouth, what you're saying, what you're doing. You just go with what's happening on a core level. If you have this kind of core level positivity, which I think we all do, and you're just acting based on that, that's what you want to practice. You want to get good at that so that you always feel comfortable in your body. And you can, again, measure this by, do you get anxiety around other people? Do you second guess yourself? You want to just get into that state where you trust what you're saying and what you're doing. The next tip is to actually clean your space. So it could be your room, your house, wherever it is you are. You want to fix it up and take pride in the environment that you've created for yourself, because oftentimes the external environment is a little bit of a reflection of what's going on internally. And when our mind is disorganized, cluttered, full of stress or unhappiness, oftentimes people like that, you look around their house, their room, and everything is a mess. And there's blankets everywhere and books on the ground and stuff knocked over. This is not a coincidence. It's a reflection of what's happening internally. So if you begin cleaning up your external space, it will help to clean up your internal space a little bit as well. The third tip is to practice affirmations. Now, people sometimes get disappointed because the affirmations don't work that well, but really it's because you have to do it like a diet. And so you have to wake up every day. And it's not about that old SNL skit where you look in the mirror and say like, doggone it, people like me. Well, it's not quite like that. What it is you need to be going back to the phrasing I used before, being grounded, but you want to be grounded as well in your purpose in life. So if you have a purpose, something that you need to accomplish, perhaps like philanthropic thing you're doing, or maybe it's related to your work, or maybe it's just like a personal mission statement about how you want to help the world and help people around you. See, that desire to help other people is your affirmation. And so you want that when you wake up to think, I'm on a mission to help people this way. I'm going to get out of bed and I'm going to be of service to people around me. Now, again, it could be in many different circumstances. I think all of us have some passion to help people in some way. So even like the really selfish, Wall Street stockbroker, even that guy absolutely could develop this if they're putting some of that work and that money into something that's going to benefit everybody else. Or it can even be in your personal life because you're looking out for your family, you're looking out for maybe your parents or your grandparents or your friends. It can be as simple as that. But when you make this into an affirmation where you tell yourself, I have this great purpose in life and I'm doing this to accomplish this mission and help people around me, then that affirmation, that mission is going to become more powerful than any self-consciousness or things like that. So you'll be able to basically have this inner confidence because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, nothing is going to shake you from your mission on this planet. So there you go. Those are 3 things which you can begin doing today to help you become more comfortable in who you are. Again, this can help your social life. It can help your dating life. It can help your professional life. So it's something to work on. As a final note, I know it's really difficult, especially when you're young, when you're a kid, when you're in school, when you're in college. Sometimes you're surrounded by people who are almost bullying others with their confidence because they want to show how they have it together and they have this unshakable frame, and they kind of feed off of people who are less confident, who are not as comfortable with who they are. Now, that's also a type of insecurity, and I really saw this in school. I think we all do. That person who kind of seems like in the male example, like the alpha male, or somebody who seems to be, again, kind of leeching off of other people's approval, while also trying to demonstrate that they're more confident in all of these things. Because they know that people look up to that person and then they think that, I want to be more like him or her. And when that happens, it kind of gives them this energy, right? So it gives them not only acceptance, but it gives them this sense of power. And they feed off of that because they also have insecurity issues. That's how they're dealing with it. What I can tell you is if you can come from a point of having a higher purpose in life, something you're doing to help humanity, and also you have your own life kind of fixed, so your place is clean, organized, and you have practiced feeling comfortable in the moment around people and relaxed, then you won't even care about those people anymore. Okay, this won't even be an issue. You will no longer be looking up at these other people who are like more popular or more cool, more confident. It won't even matter because you're doing your own thing. And that's the most important thing of all, is that you are connected to your own space to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish in life. And so it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And you can get in touch with me at the description down below. Check out my other work, like my main podcast, not this baby YouTube channel, which is Afterlife Topics and Metaphysics. I also have those groups on Facebook, MeWe, Reddit. and all that. If you want to get involved or learn about like the crazy metaphysical stuff I usually talk about. Anyway, this is Cyrus. I'll see you on the next video.